Phones, we love them, right? Remember life before smartphones? It feels like a distant memory, almost like a different era altogether. Yeah, me neither. These days, our phones are practically glued to our hands. They've become an extension of ourselves, a constant companion in our daily lives. We use them for everything: texting, calling, shopping, banking, dating. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, our smartphones are there, guiding us through our routines. You name it, there's an app for that. Need to order food? There's an app. Want to track your fitness? There's an app. Looking to learn a new language? Yep, there's an app for that too. Smartphones have revolutionized how we live, work, and connect. They've made the world smaller, bringing people closer together, no matter the distance. But is it all good? With all the convenience and connectivity, there are also downsides. We often find ourselves lost in the digital world, sometimes at the expense of the real one. Let's be honest, our love affair with smartphones is complicated. They bring joy and frustration in equal measure. One moment, they're our best friend. The next, they're the source of our stress. Like that time I saw a guy walking his dog, but he was so busy on his phone, he didn't notice his dog was doing its business on someone's lawn. We've all been there. It's a funny yet telling example of how absorbed we can get. So, let's break down the good, the bad, and the ugly of our smartphone obsession. From the incredible convenience they offer to the potential pitfalls of overuse, it's time to take a closer look at our relationship with these tiny, powerful devices. Okay, let's start with the good stuff. In today's world, staying connected has never been easier or more convenient. Smartphones have revolutionized the way we communicate, making it simpler to stay in touch with those who matter most. Remember when you had to actually call someone to see how they were doing? Those days seem like a distant memory now. Now, we have a plethora of options at our fingertips: texting, video calls, social media. Each platform offers a unique way to connect and share moments. We can stay in touch with friends and family across the globe, breaking down geographical barriers like never before. This constant connection can be a lifeline, especially for people who are far away from loved ones. It brings a sense of closeness and comfort. It's amazing to see your niece take her first steps, even if you're miles apart. Moments like these are priceless, and technology makes them possible. Plus, let's not forget about online dating. It's opened up a whole new world of possibilities for meeting people. Without smartphones, I wouldn't have met my current, well, let's just say I'm grateful for dating apps. They've made it easier to find meaningful connections in a busy world. Whether it's for personal relationships or professional connections, the ability to communicate instantly has transformed our lives in countless ways. We can share our thoughts, experiences, and even our daily lives with just a few taps on a screen. It's a powerful tool that keeps us connected. So, the next time you pick up your smartphone, remember how it has bridged the gap between distances and brought us closer together, like never before. Smartphones are like mini computers in our pockets. Need to settle a bet about who starred in that movie? Google it, lost in a new city, GPS to the rescue, want to learn a new language or skill? There's an app for that too. The amount of information at our fingertips is mind-blowing. We can access news, books, music, movies, all with a few taps on our phones. It's like having the Library of Alexandria in our back pocket, except less flammable. Smartphones aren't just for entertainment. They're productivity powerhouses too. Need to send a work email on the go? No problem. Want to create a presentation while waiting for your coffee? Easy peasy. With apps for note-taking, task management, and cloud storage, we can work from anywhere, anytime. This flexibility can be a game changer, especially for people with busy schedules. But it also means work can follow us everywhere, which isn't always a good thing. More on that later. Section 5. Healthier habits, one app at a time. Believe it or not, smartphones can actually be good for our health. There are apps to track our steps, monitor our sleep, and even meditate. Some apps even connect to wearable devices to provide even more detailed health insights. I used to think fitness trackers were just fancy pedometers, but then I got one, and I was surprised how motivating it was to see my daily progress. Of course, using a meditation app doesn't magically make you Zen, but it can be a helpful tool. Section 6. The downside. When phones take over. Okay, time for a reality check. As much as we love our smartphones, they also have a dark side. Let's talk about addiction. Have you ever noticed how often you check your phone without even thinking about it? Or felt that phantom vibration when your phone isn't even there? Yeah, that's the addiction talking. Studies show that the average person checks their phone over 200 times a day. That's a lot of time scrolling through social media, playing games, and refreshing our inboxes. Time that could be spent on, actual human interaction. Section 7. Big Brother is watching and tracking. Remember that whole privacy thing? Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. Every time we use our smartphones, we're generating data. Our location, our browsing history, our contacts, it's all being tracked. And while some of this data is used to improve our user experience, it also raises concerns about surveillance and data security. It's like that time I went to buy new sneakers online, and then suddenly, I was seeing ads for sneakers everywhere. It's creepy, right? We need to be mindful of the information we're sharing and take steps to protect our privacy. Section 8. Focus? What focus? Smartphones are masters of distraction. Think about it. You're trying to have a conversation, but your phone buzzes with a notification. Do you resist the urge to check it? Or how about this scenario? You're trying to focus on work, but you keep getting sucked into the black hole of social media. We've all been there. These constant distractions can take a toll on our productivity, our relationships, and even our mental health. It's like our brains are being rewired to crave instant gratification. And let's be real, those cat videos aren't going to change the world. Section 9. Finding your phone life balance. So, what's the solution? In today's fast-paced world, our smartphones have become an integral part of our lives. They help us stay connected, informed, and entertained. But sometimes it feels like we're more connected to our screens than to the people and experiences around us. Do we ditch our smartphones and go live in the woods? While the idea of escaping to nature and leaving all technology behind can be appealing, it's not a realistic option for most of us. Our phones are essential tools for work, communication, and even emergencies. As tempting as that sounds sometimes, it's not exactly practical. Instead, we need to find ways to integrate our smartphone use into our lives without letting it take over. It's about creating a balance that allows us to enjoy the benefits of technology while still being present in the moment. The key is to find a healthy balance. This means being intentional about when and how we use our phones. For example, you can set specific times during the day to check your messages and social media, rather than constantly being glued to your screen. We need to be mindful of our smartphone use and set boundaries. It's important to recognize when our phone use is becoming excessive and take steps to cut back. This might mean setting limits on certain apps or even taking a digital detox for a day or two. Try designating phone-free zones or times, like during meals or before bed. These moments are perfect opportunities to connect with loved ones and unwind without the constant distraction of notifications. Turn off those pesky notifications. By disabling non-essential alerts, you can reduce the urge to check your phone every few minutes. This simple step can make a big difference in helping you stay focused and present. And remember, real life is happening outside that little screen. Take time to appreciate the world around you. Go for a walk, enjoy nature, or simply sit and observe your surroundings without the constant pull of your phone. So, put down your phone every once in a while. Engage in activities that don't involve a screen. Whether it's reading a book, playing a sport, or having a face-to-face conversation, these moments can be incredibly fulfilling. And connect with the world around you. Building meaningful relationships and creating lasting memories often happen when we're fully present and engaged with the people and activities in our lives. You might be surprised by what you've been missing. By finding a balance between phone use and real-life experiences, you can enrich your life in ways you never imagined. So, take a step back, set those boundaries, and rediscover the joy of living in the moment.